Brothers and sisters, kindly accept our Thanksgiving greetings as we prepare to gather with friends and family. It seems to us a time to take stock and inquire. To inquire not just about individuals or crowds, but to take a look at a somewhat deeper level, to try to glimpse the soul of this America, of these United States. The first thing that strikes us is that we are overwhelmed by loneliness. Never before have a people been so isolated, so remote, and so distant. If we exclude family members, how many of us can say that there is one person out there with which we can share our troubles, our tribulations, our conflicts, and our exaltations? We have become a nation of strangers. An estimated 43 million Americans over the age of 45, 43 million Americans over the age of 45 suffer from chronic loneliness. More than a quarter of the American population live alone. How sad it is to see people hunched over their cell phones, even when crossing a street. Meet the I generation, the generation of the iPod, the iPhone, and the iPad. They are the young Americans born after 1995, the successors to Generation X, and the first to spend their entire adolescence with smartphones in their hands. Members of the I generation spend more time in front of screens and less time interacting with one another than any previous generation. They communicate primarily online, through social media or text, not in person. Look at the silent crowds in airplane terminals or railroad stations. Look at the faces. Walk out into the eerie silence of the streets. No one talks to one another. Although we are inundated, saturated with things, with materiality, how impoverished we have become. The likes on Facebook are not the same. Untold dreary hours are wasted scrolling through news feeds. No wonder people are becoming increasingly desperate. Many find no escape but into drugs. According to Mike Adams, the health ranger, a shocking scientific study finds that 38% of Americans were prescribed addictive opioid painkillers in 2015. A whopping 5% of American adults are currently abusing them. The number of overdose deaths from pain medications has increased by more than 300% since 1999. According to the CDC, opioid drugs are now killing 33,000 Americans each year. And then there are the psychiatric drugs. 1 out of every 6 American adults is taking them. Furthermore, more than 600 children below the age of 5 are taking psychiatric drugs. We're taking psychiatric drugs in 2017. Shockingly, unbelievably, this included 125,000 children under the age of 1 year old. Babies. Think of it. Babies are being medicated with anti-anxiety drugs to keep them from crying. To keep them from crying. What a commentary. What a commentary on where this America has gone. Now, in the U.S., more than a third of adults are obese. In just 7 years, it's estimated that this could be as much as 45%. And I mean obese, not overweight. This is something new and without precedent in all of human history. In our opinion, obesity is a cry from the soul. People making themselves helpless as a way of getting the love and attention they once had as children. People putting themselves back into a kind of fetal state. An image emerges of an America in its 242nd year. An America drugged out and bloated, adrift on a sea of loneliness. Sustainability is passé. It has given way to regeneration. Surely this is what Abraham Lincoln had in mind when out of the depths he called for a new birth of freedom. What better way than to start by getting together with family, friends, and neighbors and planting a garden. Get your hands and feet into the earth and restore it. Breathe aliveness back into the earth. Plant a garden, a victory garden, for fall and winter, replete with lettuce, chard, parsley, spinach, and kale. It will repay you many times. If you live in an apartment, grow microgreens right now in your kitchen. We urge you to join a community garden. Work side by side with brothers and sisters. What better first step to heal, restore, and regenerate this American earth? Imagine Detroit, redolent with the fragrance of an orchard of apples. Imagine Jersey City, an edible schoolyard. Imagine America, a garden for the human spirit. Please accept our best wishes for good health, prosperity, and success to you and family. Have a delightful Thanksgiving, brothers and sisters, rejoicing in what we can be.